Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. We've got more news today, so as always, let's get straight to it. First of all, I want to show you guys some brand new images of some upcoming Recur figures. We have the Pachycephalosaurus that was recently unveiled by them, and I think it looks pretty nice. Nice natural color scheme. Interesting pose with the head kind of scrunched into the body, but, you know, it may just be the angle making it look a little bit awkward, but definitely excited to see this one. And we also have the Dilophosaurus, and I think the Dilophosaurus looks excellent. Pretty cool color scheme, gorgeous looking sculpt. Definitely hyped to get this one in my hands at some point in the near future, and of course review it for you guys. Also, a thank you has to go out to Paleo Figurettes for quite a few of the upcoming images and stories here. But first of all, we have a look at an upcoming Mesozoic life figure. This is going to be the Carcharodontosaurus. It looks as though this is going to be part of a Kickstarter and will be the next release for the Mesozoic life line, and I cannot wait to see the full reveal of this figure, as well as of course the color scheme. After how good their Spinosaurus was, this one definitely is going to be incredible. We also finally have our Haolonggood Tyrannosaurus Rex that has been revealed and is officially up for sale, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. However, I think there are some people that are a little unhappy with it because it does not have lips, and I know many people were hoping for it to have lips, and considering some of their theropods in the past have had lips, it's kind of weird that they chose not to go that route, but I still think it is without a doubt one of the best Tyrannosaurus Rex figures on the market. Cannot wait to get this one in my hands as well. It is currently in transit on its way to me, and I'm very much so counting the days before it arrives, but it looks incredible. The color scheme, sculpts, everything on this looks awesome. If you are interested in grabbing one for yourself, you can of course order through Lana Time Shop. Also, as far as TNG goes, we have some more figures that have been unveiled by them, as you can see, one of which is a Lufangosaurus. We can kind of see it there hanging out in the background, and I think that is definitely a great species choice. I think it looks pretty good. You know, it's kind of hard to tell exactly how nice it looks from back here. You know, it's a little bit further away image, but you know, sculpt wise, I think it looks pretty nice. Color wise, also fairly nice and natural. There's also a Paraceratherium coming from TNG, which is really exciting. That's one of my favorite prehistoric mammals, so I'm quite hyped to see this one. And as you'll kind of see through, as we move through the images, there's actually two different color variants of it. I don't know if we are getting two color variants, or maybe the color had changed over time. I'm not entirely sure, but it seems like we have the potential for two different color variants of this release, which could be pretty fun. Also, when it comes to Hallmark, we've got a super cool Velociraptor coming from them, and honestly, it looks really nice, and definitely a really cool ornament for anyone's Christmas tree. I, of course, will be picking this up. Won't be putting it on my tree. It'll just be hanging in my collection room, but definitely excited for this one. Then when it comes to Mattel, and a thank you has to go out to Collect Jurassic for these images, we also have a look at the Quetzalcoatlus with a nice gallery of quite a few different images. And as we can see moving through, again, it looks really nice. This is definitely way nicer looking than the previous Quetzalcoatlus from Mattel, in my opinion, and without a doubt is the best version of this species to come so far, until they make like a Hammond Collection version maybe. But sculpt-wise, I think it's really nice. Color and paint-wise, it is fantastic. Definitely excited for that one. That's probably one of my most anticipated figures for the upcoming line. And then a thank you to not only Collect Jurassic, but Jurassic Panama as well. We have a look at some upcoming Mattel Jurassic World Rebirth figures here. As you can see, we first of all have the Frenzy Pack Yanni, and this figure looks really cool. Definitely another super nice species choice on the part of Mattel, as per usual, giving us more and more species we really don't see very often or at all. Sculpt-wise, again, it's pretty darn nice. Paint-wise, not really that great, but it looks okay for what it is. But on the back of the packaging, you can see we have a sneak peek of some of the other figures that are coming in the line, and one of which I'm really quite excited about is the Edmontonia. I cannot wait to see that one get a release. We also have a new prehistoric marine reptile as well, which is pretty darn sweet overall. We don't get too many of those from Mattel. And then on top of that, we also have a new Sound Surge figure coming with a, Tyrannosaurus Rex featuring the coloration from the new film. I think that one looks pretty fun, but nobody's ever too crazy about the Sound Surge Surge figures. And then we also have a look at the upcoming Triceratops and Tyrannotitan. And honestly, I think they both look pretty fun. The Triceratops looks a little bit weird in the face, but it does have some decent color, at least for the first half of the dinosaur. I'm pretty excited to see that one, and really in general excited to see a figure of that species, as I don't remember anybody making one previously. And then we also have the Tyrannotitan, which as well is another species that often gets overlooked, and this one might be one of the coolest looking Mattel figures to come in quite some time. Sculpt wise, it's really well done. Definitely a little bit I would say creative. They definitely took some creative liberties with this one, but paint-wise as well, it looks super cool. Really love the reddish tones in the face and everything on this one. So definitely some super cool stuff coming from Mattel, and as we can see, people are starting to find these in Panama, which means the release of these right here and pretty much all over the world is right around the corner. So as of right now, guys, that's all the news I've got. When more comes out, I'll be sure to send it your way, but until then, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next review. Thanks for watching.